Hello, my name is Rajan Arora and welcome to my course Essentials of SQL Server Performance for Every Developer. You are watching the video of Module 4 Finding Performance Bottlenecks in SQL Server Part 2 Getting Information about SQL Server Sessions and Resource Usage. If you are new to this course, please start it from the course introduction video for better understanding. Thank you. The first query we are going to look at is a query that uses the DM exec sessions DMV in SQL Server to get a list of all the clients that are connected to our SQL Server database. On my laptop, I will get some results from another process that I have running. So let's go ahead and run this query right now. So we get back some information like the session ID and the database that the session is currently connected to. We also get a status if this session is doing anything at the moment, either running or sleeping. And we also get when the session was initiated. Then we get some performance stats about each session. The CPU time here is in millisecond, memory usage is in 8 KB block, and we also have read, write and logical reads. So, if we had a session that are consuming a lot of resources and maybe slowing everyone else down that are connected to SQL Server, we did be able to tell that from this data. Next, we see that we have some information about the client process that owns this session, including the host name, the program name and the host process ID. So, if we need to know where a session was coming from, this would be enough information to help us figure that out. Now, a lot of times what you are going to see in this program name column is something like we see here, Net SQL Client Data Provider, and not the actual name of the program that's making the connection. For any .NET program, it is this string that is put in by default. What you can do though is in the connection string of your program, you can include this property application name, and then the value that you specify here in the application name property will be used to populate the program name in the column in SQL Server. When you have multiple applications that are using the same database, this can be really useful because then you can very easily tell which session is coming from which application. The result of this query are useful in two situations. One, like we said, when there is a session that is consuming a lot of resources on SQL Server. Second, we are also getting a lot of connectivity information here in terms of what clients are connected and how many connections each client is using. So, for example, if I have 4 servers in web cluster, I would expect to see about the same number of connections from each one of those machines. If I saw that one of those web server didn't have any connection to SQL Server, I would want to go and check the connection string on that machine and also make sure that server was actually receiving and processing web request. So there is actually quite a bit that you can tell just by looking at the session information. Now another question you might want to answer is what SQL statement are currently executing in SQL Server right now. So we will look at how to answer that question in the next video. If you like this video, please do share, like and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Thank you and see you in the next video.